As Matt promised, we do have more coverage from Pullman tonight. In the Battle of the Cheeses, Washington State University took on the Wisconsin Badgers, and that victory tonight going to the hometown Cougs. Our Julian Minnesone joins us live again. He's missing the pirate hat here tonight, but he does have more on that showdown, Julian.
Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, I had to ditch the pirate hat. Its owner really wanted it bad after that big Cougar win. This is the quietest Martin Stadium has been all night. And since we're talking about Coach Leach, to quote the great late Mike Leach, the Coug will find a way. And that's exactly what Washington State did tonight. They started off strong, led by 15 points at halftime. Then the Badgers, they're a top 25 team. You knew they were going to make a run, and they did, cutting it down to 2 as late as the fourth quarter. But the Washington State defense, as they've done since last year and this year, put the team away. The offense did enough to squeak by, and what poetic justice. The touchdown that put this game away for Washington State, a run at the goal line by Nakia Watson, the guy who used to play for Wisconsin and then transferred here 2 years ago to Washington State, and it made all the difference tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, you know, Julian, and I think the thing that Coach Dickert talked about here tonight is all the noise surrounding the team going into this week. Are they able to compete with real Power 5 teams? They still haven't been selected for another conference should the Pac-12 dissolve. All of that noise didn't bother the Cougs at all. In fact, they embraced it, and you could say it even enhanced their play tonight.
That's exactly right, Jordan. The Cougs won on the scoreboard, but they also won in so many other ways. You think about what this offseason has been with all the conference realignment talk. Washington State on the outside looking in, still looking for a new conference home. In the eyes of the TV executives and other conference commissioners, not seen as part of the big boys table, part of the cool kids club. But tonight they proved that they can compete with anybody in the country. Second straight year they've beaten a top 25 Badgers team. Second straight year they've proven that they can compete on a national stage. And second straight year, they proved this program, when you have a crowd like this in Martin Stadium rocking, it is absolutely one of the toughest places to play in the country. You also think about what this weekend was like, the groundbreaking of an indoor practice facility that could only aid in recruiting and help bring those top-tier players, no matter what conference Washington State is in. You could even think of Mike Leach and how they honored him today, the guy who helped put Washington State on the national scale. And they honored him today. The Pirate was here in spirit. Washington State fought like Pirates, and tonight they're going home very happy with a top 25 win over Wisconsin, Jordan.
Yeah, Julie, and you know, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier in the newscast tonight. When the scoreboard finally ran 3 zeros out there, this was an environment that you hadn't experienced, and you've been covering sports for quite some time. Talk about what this win means for those fans, that Pullman community, because all their eyes were watching this, especially as the Pac-12 it's not looking good.
Correct. You know, on a national stage, first time in ABC in nearly 20 years. I have never experienced something like this in my 6-7 years covering the conference. I've covered Oregon. I've covered Oregon State, Colorado, and now Washington State. There was no other environment like Martin Stadium was tonight. The students were standing from beginning to end. They were here hours before the game. Heck, even yesterday, our Allison Martinez showed in our special that they were ready to go. Alumni were here, from Jack Thompson to Clay Thompson to Drew Bledsoe. They were all here supporting the Cougs because it was such a big game. It meant such a big deal. And as Jake Decker said, leading into this game, that there was a lot riding on this game perceptionally across the nation for Washington State, and they proved it time and time again, and they proved it again tonight, Jordan.
Well, Julian, thanks so much. We know you and Alex Crescenti put in a lot of hard work this week, so thanks to you both.